Hello everyone, I hope you are well. Today we're back with episode 7 of the Jadon Sancho career mode, but it's not meant to be episode 7. If you can see closely at the calendar, you'll see some Europa League games, but we didn't get any Europa League games on the channel. I unfortunately lost the footage of the actual episode 7. I think I deleted it by accident, and for that I am truly sorry guys. I really do apologize. This was meant to be episode 8 and it was going to be an interesting episode 7, so I am truly sorry. I hope you guys can forgive me for that. But this will be episode 7 and it will also be the end of season 2, which means that after this episode I'm just going to try to make season 3, which is the third and final season of the series, into one episode just to make it up to everyone. Although I think that episode will have to be put into the works. It might be released next week. But yeah, once again, I am truly sorry for making such a dumb mistake by accidentally deleting episode 7. But anyways, we do move on. In this one, I will try to recap what did happen in that passage of time. We were knocked out of the Europa League by West Ham in penalties in the quarterfinals. We had Porto in the round of 16 and we got through them very easily. In Serie A, we won a few more games and now we are firmly into the title race. I think heading into this game, we were about 4 points behind the league leaders, who were Napoli at the time. So a couple of wins in the league were going to be very important, and a win here would definitely help us get that little bit closer to winning the Scudetto at the end of the season. This has been a very exciting game between AC Milan and Bergamo Calcio, very end to end, very beautiful and very nice for the fans to watch, and very good for the AC Milan fans to watch, as we do end up sealing it in the 73rd minute. And of course, all good things do come to an end. We end on a happy note, but not so much for Bergamo Calcio or Atalanta, whichever you prefer. I don't know what I prefer between those two names. They're pretty fine by me. I just say what's in front of me. But if you guys prefer Bergamo Calcio or Atalanta, let me know down below. But anyways, we do have to move on to another match, this time against Udinese. Similar situation, we do need a win here to keep pace at the top of the table. I feel like the top two teams are gonna make a mistake eventually, and when they do, we must make sure that we stay perfect until that mistake happens. We do get a corner. Unfortunately, we aren't able to generate much from it. We do lose the ball, but we get it back. Some good hustle from Hernandez, gives it to Adli, and then he gives it to Kokuch, our new signing. Sancho does do a bit of dribbling, a bit of trickery, get into the box, takes a shot, but it is saved, which means we will get another corner. Not from the same attack, this from a different time period in the match. But once more, not very successful with the initial delivery, but once again, Sancho gets into the box with a bit of trickery, some nice skills. We do take a shot, and this time we are able to score a pretty nice goal, and Sancho does hit the gritty on Udinese. Bit of a signature celebration for him in this career mode. We're on the attack once more. Sancho has the ball. The AC Milan offense is looking dangerous. We're able to find a pass. A shot is taken, but the Udinese goalkeeper is able to make the save. Now Udinese has it in midfield. They're on an attack of their own. They've got numbers for it. A through pass is sent through, but the AC Milan defense holds on. And that's going to be a pretty simple 1-0 win, where Jadon Sancho's goal, a moment of magic from Jadon Sancho, is what separates the two teams at full time. Now this is what we have been waiting for, a mistake to happen between one of, if not both teams. Inter Milan with 36 games played, 77 points. We have a game in hand on Inter Milan, which means if we win here, we overtake them in the table, and who knows, maybe Napoli could make a mistake as well. But we can't really depend on that too much, as another factor into this title race is going to be goal difference. So heading into this game against Pisa, we have to score as many goals as possible. We started off nicely and truly, giving to Ketelar a through ball. He's able to finish one-on-one against the goalkeeper. You expect nothing less from the Belgian striker. AC Milan is on the attack once more, and tells the Ketelar is sent through once again, one-on-one against the goalkeeper. No one's catching him, and he's able to put it behind the goalkeeper, and he's able to seal this one for AC Milan. A 2-0 win away from home will definitely make sure that they overtake Inter. But whether or not they overtake Napoli is up to Napoli and how they did in their match. Whether it was a win or a loss will depend on whether or not AC Milan is first place or second place heading into the final two games of their season. But we turn our focus away from the league for now, as We have a cup final to play. It is the final of the Coppa Italia, and we have Roma as the final opponent between us and our first trophy at AC Milan and AC Milan's first trophy of the season. We try to start things off with a goal of our own. De Ketelaere gives it to Sancho, but this attack just cannot go anywhere. Some good defense from Roma. Roma gets an opportunity to cross the ball, but our defense remains strong. We get an attack of our own late into the game, but it just doesn't go anywhere. It is now extra time, and we try to keep up the pressure against Roma, putting an attack after attack, giving them no room to breathe and forcing them on the back foot. But once again, we get attack after attack. Even though we do something clever, we still are unable to score, and we are heading into a penalty shootout. Roma takes the first penalty, and Mike Maignan is able to save it. Captain Gundogan takes our first penalty, and he's able to put it in past Pickford. Thuram is the next player to step up for Roma, and his penalty is saved by Maignan as well. Our new signing is next to take a penalty, and he's able to remain calm and slot it behind Pickford, who stood still. Eduardo Camavinga steps up to take a spot kick, and he ends up scoring Roma's first penalty of this shootout. It is now our turn to take a penalty for AC Milan, and the quality speaks for itself. It is in our hands now. If Mike Maignan saves one more penalty, we will be winning the first trophy of our AC Milan career. Would he be able to do it against Spinazzola? Unfortunately not. But it is still in AC Milan's hands. It is all up to Charles De Ketelaere, a striker on top form. All he has to do is put it into the net one more time, and we will pick up our first trophy of the season. And that's exactly what he does. AC Milan are the Coppa Italia champions. It was a hard-fought final, a hard-fought semi-final, a hard-fought quarter-final, and a hard-fought tournament for AC Milan to make it to this stage of the tournament, to become the winners of the Coppa Italia, for Sancho to pick up his first trophy of the season with AC Milan, and for AC Milan to pick up their first trophy of the season as well. It was a pretty nice moment. It's a nice moment to enjoy. We may be able to enjoy it, but not for too long, because there's still one more piece of silverware in our sights. There's still one more chance to get ourselves a double, a much more successful season, and quite the turnaround it would be for AC Milan, from being knocked out of the title race and being destined to finish the season with just at most one trophy, being the Coppa Italia. Now we are back. We may have been knocked out in the Europa League, but maybe, just maybe, this trophy will be enough to put us into our second and final win at the end of the season, for us to turn a flop of a season into one of the best seasons in Europe, well, this season. So now 2 more games stand between us and the Scudetto. First on the list is Bologna. A win here is very important, as it would put the title into our hands on the final day. As heading into this game, Napoli lost their penultimate game of the season. And in the 62nd minute, after a pretty quiet game, Jadon Sancho is sent through one-on-one against the goalkeeper, and he's able to put it past the Bologna goalkeeper to give us a win and to put the title into our hands heading into the final game of the season. It was very important for Sancho to score that goal, not only for AC Milan to have their say on the final day, but also for him to cement himself as being one of the best players in the world, whether or not he's in England, Germany, or Italy. And now we head into the final day of the season with everything under our control. All we need to do is win. Even a draw could do it, but that's only because of goal difference. And knowing football, Inter Milan could win 7-0 if they really wanted to. So we headed into the final game of the season at the San Siro against Hellas Verona, with one more job to do, scoring one more goal, defending to making one more tackle. Maignan could make one more save, and the title would be in our hands. We start things off with a free kick. Sancho is yet to score one of these in his career. We're able to take one, but it's pretty easily saved by the goalkeeper, too close to him. We do a bit of dancing around in the box. We're able to take a shot, score a goal, yet another moment of magic to put the title into AC Milan's path. Maybe Sancho truly is the best player in the world, and maybe he is the one who will give AC Milan that well sought after title. We attack once more. Rafael Leao had his chance, he missed it. We have our own chance, and Sancho scores probably what will be the best goal of the season and probably of his career. AC Milan has definitely won the Scudetto and has won the Coppa Italia, thanks to Jadon Sancho and thanks to a couple of AC Milan players as well. Sure, maybe you will say that Verona scored a goal, but it didn't really matter. And to add insult to injury, to calm the nerves as if they needed to be any nerves to be calmed, Jadon Sancho slots in a penalty. He is yet to miss one at AC Milan. Just like that, it is all over. It is all over. What a season for both AC Milan and for Jadon Sancho, where both parties heading into it were very well hyped by the fans. So many high hopes for them this season. Sancho, maybe he could crack into the top 100, and maybe for AC Milan, they could finally prove why they belong at the top of the European mountain. But it didn't go so well at the mid stages of the season. Sancho falling out of the Dortmund squad, being questioned and being called a disappointment in his season. AC Milan going through similar things, losing against teams they were not supposed to be losing against, and creating a massive gap between them and first place. But just one transfer, £100 million, was all that it took to bring Sancho here and to turn around both AC Milan's fortune and Sancho's fortune. From a flop of a season for both parties to one of the best seasons in Europe this season. And perhaps heading into the next one with so much momentum of picking up a Scudetto and a Coppa Italia. Who knows what AC Milan will be able to do next season. And with Sancho having a point to prove that he didn't deserve to leave Dortmund like that for merely money purposes, he has a point to prove next season. Perhaps he can become the best player in the world. But this is where we end off, or this is where I end off. I hope you did enjoy the episode. Again, I apologize for you not being able to see the 7th episode, the real episode 7 of this series, but hopefully this one made up for it. Hope you guys do enjoy your day. I will see you guys next time for season 3 and the final season. It'll be coming next week, but don't worry, I won't try to leave you guys without much content. There's still gonna be Dylan Wright later on this week. And maybe, just maybe, a Barcelona series episode 1 or a new My Player. Until then, I hope you guys enjoy your day. See you next time.